You put your right hand in, you take your left hand out. But really, being funny, but really, what you're symbolizing is Baphomet, because you're putting one hand up and one down below. So they're bringing, they're creating the hell on earth.
I was just going to say that. I went there with my own Bible.
Right.
And the Bible.
Right.
And that proves that what's that line in God we trust, and that proves we're talking about their God Satan, and actually in Zechariah says that it says that they should be cut off by swearing, and that's talking about swearing of the Bible and their court systems.
The spirits on these people, they know who we are, man. They know that we're the Israelites. They know that we're God's chosen people. They know that we're better than them. So the spirit on them is to deceive you and to make you and to put themselves above you in any way they can.
That's right.
Keep finishing off Hosea 4:2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood.
Right, blood touches blood. Crips and fucking bloods and shit like that. You got black on brown crime and vice versa. Like all those things are done, are played out here in Babylon. And, but right here, amongst the brother, hey man, it's no strife. It's no beef for nothing.
It's a secret place.
Yeah.
It's really a secret place, man.
Exactly.
Call lawyer. We're in it.
And I would like to add too, not only Bloods and Crips, but you got to think about black police officers to your average everyday so-called black citizen.
Where you say I hate your dog.
Yeah. He said, "What you a rolling 60?" Huh? He was mad as fuck, man. But he was vexed because the Jakes being demons. But now you got Jakes that are demons as cops and judges. Look at the black woman in child support office. Call child support and speak to customer service. This bitch will catch an attitude with you. So the blood touches blood. You got black women killing us with our fucking money, man. You got black judges giving Jake life. Look at Samuel Jackson and Django. Nah, they want to cut your dang off. But I said, let's send him to the salt mine. You see? You just had this Jake getting roughed up by the cops at high school, and some old fucking Millis Willis old nigga said, stop recording. Some old nigga, but this Jake's clearly being, his constitutional rights are being broken, and the old fucking bottleneck nigga is telling them to stop recording for evidence.
Jakes are the biggest so-called race traitors, man.
Hell yeah.
It's just our own people.
You got the TikTok trend of black women, now I date white boys. Fuck you, black women, man.
Bitches, man.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, bitches.
Fucking disgusting, man. And it's gonna be, yo, you got it, bro.
They gonna be the most ashamed.
Yeah.
Nigga, they ain't gonna say a fucking thing.
Fuck them.
Right.
And
the Lord give us our power, and the laws to go get our babies back.
That's right, man.
Right. They ain't gonna say shit.
Well, you just had a black woman, might I add, with nasty yellow fucking dyed blonde hair. She left her 4 sons. Her 4 sons. 3, 5, 10, and 9. Left in a fucking apartment building, and the 9-year-old was kicked to death. And this stupid black bitch said, I checked on him every 2 weeks. Where the fuck is the black people at now? Where are you black women at now? Why don't you black women get on these terrible black mothers? Because you're all pieces of shit, man.
Well, you had one bitch, we don't know where her dad at, because that's what these women do. She had a son, but then she was with one of them fucking Chicago niggas, man. And he was abusing her son.
Oh,
I don't want to say what he was doing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but that's because where's his dad at?
Exactly.
That's not his dad. But you got this man's son around another man who's abusing him.
And let me add to that. Back to the story. Guess what? The biological father of the 9-year-old that was kicked and starved to death, and might I add, they didn't even give him a proper burial. They left his ass for dead in the room for over a year. And then his biological father said, she wouldn't let me see him. So they want their kids. You fucking demons, man. You got men out here that want their children, but you fucking bitches you're kidnapping us. You're kidnapping us. Even when I was a child, not speaking ill of my mother, but I remember hearing ill things about my father, what then made me have resentment. Then I meet him, I'm like, damn, he's cool as shit. He's like my friend.
Right.
We could watch the game together, we could drink together, go to the bar together. He was cool, man.
Counterpart.
But he wasn't around because my mom was a Scorpion. And he used that fucking child support. The Lord is about to take child support out.
That's right.
He's about to shut that shit down.
Right.
Well, the dollar's worthless, man. What the fuck is child support going to do when the meat is fucking $40 $400.
Right. Come on, man.
You know? And all these bitches, man, they all got subsidized rent. They got all the goodies. It says the vintage shall fail. Call lawyer. That shit gonna fail you.
And it's happening right now.
And we don't need the black women. You know? We don't need it.
Or the Hispanic or the Native American woman either.
We don't need you, man.
We don't need you.
Come from us.
That's right.
All right? The respect of the man is coming back.
That's right.
All right? From the whole world. From when you haul by Shimmy out shot.
Right.
And none of you fucking people don't even look us in the eye.
That's
man.
right.
Fucking head down.
That's right, man.
Everybody.
That's right. Hey, guess what? We the prize, man. All right. The men of Yahweh Shema Shai are the true prize. All right. We are more precious than fine gold, man. Not you sleazy ass females out here, man. All right. You're a dime a dozen. You're oversaturated anyway. All right.
They're wolf tickets.
Yeah,
they're
man.
counterfeit. Now you do have small remnants of women, but the severity of the situation is so bad that we can't point out 3% of the 100 of you. You know?
Now I see why Paul said, you know, it's better if you don't touch a woman.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
Even going back to Solomon, he had 1,000 wives, or none of them was good, he said.
Yep. See?
None of them was good.
See? And you know what we're realizing too is the brotherhood treats brothers better than their own significant others, man.
Right,
You got brothers that have more respect for a brother than their own children. You know, like children might not know, but this is still fact. We know how to handle brothers, what they, you know, how we're dealing with them, but people don't think like that with us. You know? Like, see, the women we get, they need to understand that our love is precious. So you lucky if I love you. You lucky if I like you. And is that a fucking problem, me saying it? You know? You lucky if I decide to be with you or not. Like we're saying, we're the prize, man.
That's right.
And I call for that famine if you want that. With everything going on, you know, you're going to have a lot of starving single, all my single ladies, Beyonce going to be a fucking track star in that day.
The woman is the weaker vessel, man, so she don't even realize that she's deceived. You know?
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and
it's like it said the Lord had deprived her of wisdom. So you're through.
Well, guess what? I've been watching Survivor lately. I don't know if you brothers ever heard of that show. It's where they send like 16 people out in the middle of nowhere for 42 days. Nigga got like a match and a knife, and they're just in the fucking bush. In the trenches, literally. And they gotta build their own shelter, they gotta get their own food, and guess what? Because the women said, we want to sleep in the sand and not on this grass mound, and the men said, well, we should sleep up here because if water comes, we'll have high ground. Right. But the bitches wanted to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, and the cuck philosophy of America made them bow to the women, and guess what happened? The fucking rain came, and the river filled up with water and flushed all their shit away. The bitch said, we haven't eaten in a day. That's what your stupid ass get. And then they had to vote him off. Dummy. And then guess what? While the men were fishing, the woman was sitting there fucking bouncing a drum saying how she wants sex. So she's in the middle of nowhere. Oh, they're starving, but all she's thinking about is chocolate and sex. And he's out here fishing with a fucking hooked stick trying to catch something. But then the bitch will get the biggest piece of the fish.
Man.
See, y'all are exposed.
Y'all fucking, man. That pros in these last days, women, they're gonna be open season. They're gonna be open season, man. Liability. Exactly. Liability.
Dead weight.
You know?
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Remember, when you're with a woman, a lot of times they say, what? Oh, that's my friend. What 50 Cent say? She is my best friend. I want you around all the time. But guess what? Friends are gonna fight like enemies, nigga. Right. So you gonna be like Ike and Tina in the limo over some tuna.
For real, man.
You know?
You had that what's that show called Black Summer? The Edomite guy in the car, he said, "Get out, I will hurt you." And she got the fuck out. You know, it's gonna be like that times 10. You know, amongst couples. You know.
Yeah, men are going back to that real manly raw, raw Viking early. I'm saying so-called dark age spirit.
Yeah.
You know, during that King David spirit, man. King David was in the woods. You know, on the run in caves. He wasn't comfortable, you know?
Right.
And his wife, he sent her ass up.
Yep.
Sent her ass up, and she listened. McCall, which was Saul's daughter, right? He sent her ass up, man. So she got no kids, man. You know? He put her ass away. But nowadays, you put a woman away, she's gonna, you know, gad abroad. But guess what? The sorrow out here gonna creep up on your ass in the middle of your gadding.
And guess what? You got it, brother.
It's like I was gonna say, what's his name from that movie? First 40, what's his name?
Skeletor. Yeah. You know, them crazy.
Niggas gonna stab you like Volvo.
He body that thick bitch.
Hey, exactly.
Yeah.
Cause see, the Lord is raising us up to where we're not running around like fleshly hogs. You know, flesh dogs just doing whatever because we just want to feel this ass.
Youthful lust.
Yeah, I rebuked that the other day. Please, Baba Kashaw, take away that youthful lust.
Yeah.
You just sitting there. Why the fuck I'm thinking? Like I don't care. You know what I mean?
We're gonna get that in the kingdom,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be minute because it's like that's how it should be. You're supposed to have women.
That's your God-given right, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your birthright.
That's our birthright, man. Having multiple wives is our birthright. Having rules, you know.
Real quick.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra 16 and 22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth." Are we on earth, brothers?
For many
Are
of
we on
them,
earth?
we are cleaning on earth.
We're on earth, right?
And many multitudes of people are gonna perish.
And we're gonna rename earth too.
That's right.
We didn't stop. This should scare you.
Yeah.
You know, this should alarm you, man.
Yeah.
From top up.
Yeah.
Sluggy, can I say this, Baba Kashaw? If people, for example, in the movies, like for example, 2012, he had a sign. He was like, I forgot that sign in the movie 2012.
Galatians 5 and 16.
It was
for
that.
flesh.
Yeah. You know,
I can grab it.
So things in here are gonna get turned up. You know, you got people out here that think that we just speaking, vanity. You know, but guess what? Things are actually gonna happen.
Well, you know what it is? They have a demon on them. Like right now, us speaking about women, there's a demon on one of you. If you feel some way, the demon's saying, "Oh, they just jealous. Oh, they must be." No, we speaking in the spirit, baby.
Yeah,
this is factual, actual facts. Speaking in the spirit. But you got a demon messing with you, making you think, "Oh, don't listen," because your ass is about to get took.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's spiritual battle ultimately too.
2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them.
Many of them. Okay, and guess
men.
Yeah, guess
Many
what?
men.
The majority of that judgment is going to be females, man, and women. Okay, because listen, people are going to reap what they sow, and a lot of females have done bad unto these men out here. All right.
Yep. This is back in 2nd Ezra. Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 22.
Just like it. Like, listen, man. Just imagine how, like the people who offended the men of Yahweh Shema Shai alone, man. All right, on a day-to-day basis, people like that are going to be judged brutally. You know.
Yes, I'm right.
This is the definition of meaning. It says the majority of people.
Well, I literally was gonna say, can we just see what many
The
means?
majority of people, man.
God,
The majority of you people out here.
God,
Okay.
God,
A lot of people. You know. And guess what? You got Esau trying to do depopulation, but guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai is going. Yahweh Shema Shai been did depopulation. All right, back during Noah. All right, the great flood of water. All right, guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai is going to do it again through great judgment.
It
All
says,
right?
this is the OED, you know, the etymology. It says an indefinitely large number, a crowd, many persons.
A crowd, many persons.
that's why you don't follow a multitude of evil.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I remember one time it was this chick that I knew, and she went to some kind of function, and then that same night it was a fucking shootout, and she was fucking traumatized. You know, so you over there having a good time, knowing that thinking that a judgment is not going to befall you, but guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai is everywhere. All right, and that's why they say the right time, wrong place, something like that.
Yeah, wrong time.
Right place.
Yeah.
You know, people are gonna get judged out here, man.
Really, the Lord directed your steps, man.
Exactly.
And Willis do got names on it.
Exactly.
That was the warning shot. But people don't get it.
Finish it off. 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy."
The sword destroy. So the ones that people gonna perish of famine, die of starvation. All right, but guess what? If you escape the famine, and actually survive the famine, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna gun you down. All right, in some way or fashion, it's gonna happen. All right.
It's gonna get savage out here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gun you down.
And it's gonna happen.
And look what's gonna happen to their bodies after they get gunned down. A lot.
Have you ever went on news break? It's already,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But
it's like when you play that zombie game, it's just like keeps going, it's never ends.
Waves.
And the waves get stronger and stronger. You know?
But in this judgment, the bodies ain't gonna disappear. Like the zombies disappear. Imagine if you played it and all the zombies were on the ground still. It would cover the ground. But guess what? You're going to have bodies no day like it. You watch. 2nd Ezra 16-23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung.
As dung. Dung upon the earth.
Shit.
As shit. As dung upon the earth, man. And that means what? A lot of dead bodies upon the streets. Okay? It said what? Great misery upon the earth. All right, people are gonna perish here, man.
Because they're pride.
Yeah, exactly.
They're prideful as hell.
And there shall be no man to comfort them.
Man, it's gonna be nobody to comfort you. You know, if you lose that loved one. Okay, but guess what? Us men of Yahweh Shai, the prophets, his servants, we have the comforter. All right, and what's that? The scriptures.
Yeah,
all right,
meaning what? Meaning they're not gonna be buried. Because how do you comfort someone that's dead? You know, you bury them, you put them in the ground, you make them a tombstone, here lies such and such, loving father, husband. Right. That's not gonna happen, man. And you know, even Esau with his female coffins, man. The Bible says otherwise. It says they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. You know, they might put some of those coffins, but there's gonna be a lot of bodies just out there. And you know that's gonna create pestilence. And then people are gonna be hungry, so they're gonna eat those bodies. Even more people come down.
And guess what? They show you that in that movie. It's called Flu, but it's based in China. You had people just laid out upon for a big ass field in fucking dirt piles, just like dung upon the earth, man. You know.
Some people gonna have to hide in them too.
Yeah, like that scene from Apocalypse.
Yep, exactly.
A little more. It says, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Who? Comfort the women.
Yeah.
The women gonna be crying, upset, screaming. You know. And it says, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
Right, cast down because of what? Because of looting, okay, of burning down buildings, all right, class war, civil war, gender wars, all right, food war, all right, people spoiling their neighbors' goods.
State wars. Yep, civil wars.
Man.
Because each state is its own providence. See, you people don't even know why it's called United States of America. I was in my little black pastor band. Yeah. But you know, why do you think they call it United States? Because it was 13 states that united, all right, to establish what your government is today. Why didn't those 13 states all come together as one state? Because each state has its own state laws, state government, state funding, and state rulers. That's why you have different laws depending on the state. So states infringe on your your constitutional rights. All right, that's why Wyoming, the state of Wyoming, can say, you can't say the B word, but in your constitutional right, you're supposed to have freedom of speech. But you people don't know that. So you abide by state laws and not your constitutional rights. So this is a prison house.
Right.
All y'all are prisoners.
Yep.
You got to follow the speed limit. You got to follow all the laws abided by the rulers. You ain't free.
Right. Freedom ain't free.
You got a misconception of freedom, man. Stupid ass niggas.
Esau knows that, and that's why he's strapping up.
Exactly. Right. The Lord's got the spirit of the resistance right now, man. When you go on YouTube, watch all these videos about transparency and audits. Have you noticed the video of trends of people going to police exercising their First Amendment right, telling police to F? Now, we don't do that.
Right.
We obey the powers that be. We agree with our adversary quickly. But now the Lord, with knowledge being increased, Esau put himself in his box through the Constitution, through the amendments, and now you're finding out police have no power over you. Woo! Go watch them, bro. Them shits are entertaining.
Very edifying, too.
They're entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
He told the cop, fuck off. Give me your card.
Yeah.
Kill your sergeant. Back up. Do your fucking job. You're dismissed.
Right, because really they work for us, right? They work for the tax-paying citizens.
They work for the state.
Right, really they work for you.
Yeah, but you, the taxes come from you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And guess what? Their slogan is what? To protect and serve. You know, they serve, really the public.
They're protecting and serving the elites.
Right, ultimately.
They're protecting and serving the states.
Yep.
Because if the police were here, who could overrun the state? The people. And that's what's going to happen. Isaiah 19.
It's very, you got it.
Oh, the police are pretty much the paddy wagon. You know?
Well, the police are slave catchers. Because under the 14th or 13th Amendment, not to go into it, but for your knowledge, you are not a slave or you are not involuntary servitude unless you commit a crime. And the word crime means an infraction against God's laws. So you become a slave or involuntary servant if you break the laws of the God of this world. And Esau is the evil Levite priest now, law enforcing their wickedness, and they'll lock your ass up for some dumb shit. And it's coming out that Esau is illegally locking up Jake because a regular Edomite can do the same thing, and he'll tell the cop to shut up. But Jake will just, here's my ID. But Esau's like, you don't gotta give me your ID, you know? So why I'm saying all that is saying that now we're witnessing the genesis of the spirit of the resistance rising up.
Exactly.
Where they were not gonna regard king nor princes.
Exactly. That's right. You want Isaiah 19:2, right? You had it too?
No.
Okay, get that and then give everything.
This is Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Why? And guess what? Who are the Egyptians? The Edomites, because we're in spiritual Egypt all over again. All right, and just like you said earlier, it's America's a big ass prison house, bondage. All right, even not only are the Israelite slaves, but people out here, you're fucking slaves too.
Yeah.
That's why Esau is a two-time loser. Because the average Joe Edomite is losing on this side, it's gonna be in servitude on the next side, our kingdom.
Well, the elites ran off on the flood.
Right, so to speak. Right.
You know, they ran off with the blessing. They ran off with the riches. You know, you people get none of that. You know? Right. You don't even know, and then you look at us like we're niggas. You the one that got duped.
Yeah, right.
And I want to say this, going back to the amendments, the first amendment was for the prophets to be out here. Because if you don't know what the First Amendment is, it's the freedom of speech, the freedom to gather peaceably assembly, and the freedom of press, and the freedom of religion. Are those four components what we're doing right here? We have freedom of speech, we have the freedom of our religion, we have the freedom to gather together peaceably, and we have the freedom to press, record.
That's right.
You see? So that amendment was for us, you know? But then they'll tell you, hey, you can't record this building. Wait a minute. That's the building's policy. That's against my amendment. But see, now people are using these amendments now out in here. And that's going to cause an uprising. When you go into the Constitution, it literally says that the people have the right to abolish or to disannul the government and set up a new one.
Yeah.
The constitutional right of an American citizen. So, hey, what if the Lord brings some foreign troops here, makes them legalize their citizenship, then they use the Constitution to overthrow the government?
Well, guess what? They show you that in the new Purge Forever. You had these fucking Texans, Edomites, like they formed and created their own government.
See?
Because of the movie, after the Purge is over, they kept fucking purging.
See?
You know? And that was over there in California / Texas, over there by the borders and shit, man. How much more in real life? Okay, because what's that term? You said art imitates life. You know, so everything they show you, you know, in these movies is going to play out, manifest according to prophecy here in our lifetime. Because that's prophecy.
Yeah, the modern day Egyptians is you Americans.
Exactly.
You know, so the Lord's going to put all of you Americans against each other. It says, and I will set the Egyptians, the Americans, against the Egyptians.
What's that division? You got division. And listen, me growing up in Babylon and being a quote unquote American, being, you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen division at this height ever in my life. Now, of course, you have the Democratic parties and the what's that shit called? The other party? Yeah, that was only a quote unquote division you had because right now it's Rome all over again. But now you have gender division. Yep. You have that bike division, class division,
middle class, upper, poor,
yep, a blue collar versus white collar. You know, so things are getting heightened through Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay.
Yep. This is Isaiah 19:2, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor.
Everyone against his brother and neighbor. They shall the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, it said fight. All right, fight. That's not symbolic. That's literal. They're gonna fight, man.
Well, you got Beastie Boys. You have the right. You have the right to fight.
Yep.
You know, to party, because that's what people want. They want to go back to their right to freedom of travel.
Yep.
You know, now everything's being restricted. Everything that's happening is going all against the average. Excuse me. Everything that's happening according to prophecy is in direct violation of your rights as an American citizen.
Yeah.
Bro, everything in America is set up to make you snap.
Yeah.
And then when you snap, they point the finger. They say, "Oh, he's crazy.
Yeah.
This fucking world is crazy, man."
It's set up for you to be unhinged, brother.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unhinged.
Because
For real.
he came home, his wife, he's fucking lost it.
Yep.
He snapped. If anybody even looked at him wrong that day, it was green light.
And you got that show called Snapped.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. One day he just came home and snapped. Hey, but like people, they're on the edge of insanity here, man.
Yeah, man.
You
You wake up, you do the same fucking shit. You take the same payments out your bank account every same time.
Automatic.
Every month. Automatic payments. You never have any money. You can't travel. You can't go any fucking where. You're stuck in a box.
I remember one time, I think it was last year, 2020. You had the actress Taraji P. Henson. She said that she was going to commit suicide because the lockdown. Excuse me, the LDs. Like she couldn't bear the burden of being in quarantine.
You got all this fucking money, pleasure, and leisure. You would think you celebrities would be. You like shit. I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Like Logic, he said, I don't fuck with nobody.
Right.
But he has enough stuff in his home to where he's straight. So you gonna kill you? You about to hang it up?
Yep.
Damn.
And guess what? That's why he says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath," man. People out here are gonna be, bro. Listen, if you see a fucking building explode, are you gonna think about the fucking next your fucking bill? Nah, you gonna think about that building that just exploded.
Well, I'm sorry.
This rat race, man. This rat race will fucking do you under, man. You'll go crazy. That's why that Jake earlier. That's why he's like that, man.
Yeah.
That's what America does to you.
Well, going back to the show Survivor, because it's all these people that they're surviving to win $1 million, which $1 million ain't shit now.
Yeah.
But guess what? You know what that show proved? That these people in less than a month, they were ready to give up a chance at $1 million just to get food, shelter, and warmth. So that shows you that these people are caught up in the fad and in the luxury of quote unquote money, but when you put them in the right position, they're pleased with the bare necessity. The nigga gave them Doritos, and the bitch looked, she was on a drug. She was like, and they literally looked like they were on drugs, bro. That proves the American food is a drug.
Yeah.
When they gave them little shit, they were like, oh my God, they're all giddy.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, the time coming.
Like the bright outside. This place is done. People, the inhabitants are about to be judged by the Lord, man. Okay.
These people don't realize how much danger.
Speaking of danger, we'll finish it off in Isaiah. It's that first 3:1 about the perilous times. For sure.
It says, "And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom."
Yep, and kingdom against it says city against city, meaning Texas against New York.
Yeah, state against state.
Right, state against state. Nevada. They said kingdom against kingdom. America versus Iran. Everyone, really.
Which is really America.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Great city.
Yeah.
Really. Egypt all over again. Right. You got 2 Timothy 3:1.
Yes.
For 5 years. Wow. But yeah, the city against city, you're gonna see that you're gonna have certain public officials gather together with private citizens through their rights to overthrow the judicial systems. Yep. There's gonna be a no man's land. Go back to the game Detroit Becoming Human. One of the end scenes is they take over Detroit. And the president says, we have lost Detroit. We're gonna do everything in our power to get it back. And that shit, he set off a fucking a dirty bomb. He set off a dirty bomb, man. And Esau had to flee. Oh, right now, let's talk about the firemen. Let's talk about the police officers. Let's talk about the military.
Do it.
All right. What?
Man.
You got 13,000 police officers in Chirac. All right. That getting ready to leave, man. So that's gonna be the Wild Wild West with those, because those are the cowboys out there. Okay, those Jakes. Those are the cowboys out there. And other cities. They're gonna start. Seattle. Remember, they were taking. They burned the police department.
Yeah, that was heavy. Yeah, man.
So, like my man said, Mike Adams, if you ain't got out of the city yet, we'll kiss your tombstone goodbye.
Ooh, that's right.
You're gonna be locked. That proves it's a prison house. That proves it. Man's a desire to go into a city.
That's why we need salvation.
Exactly.
Because we're in these cities.
Right. And they show you that in the movie Bushwick, but what's his name? Batista. You know, you had dudes coming from Carolinas. What else?
Texas,
like Wisconsin, like states like that.
They're resistant.
They're coming to fucking Brooklyn, New York, like the Bronx or whatever,
to take it over.
Yeah, you know. See, we can see.
That's Isaiah 19. So all you out there, don't be using Isaiah 42 and 22 saying who in the prisons. I remember the Jake, who got rednecks? You know what I mean? Like you know, Alice, they be, you're on a low level. You're on a low level if all you say is we're locked up right here.
Right.
You know how fucking dangerous these streets are? You got one CO for one pod in jail. You got fucking 20,000 cops riding up and down the streets. Niggas ready to rob, steal, and kill. This is a prison right here. This is a jail right here.
Man. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Go to jail. You know, I'm already in fucking
Thank you.
Right.
I'm in prison in my body. You know, the chains of darkness.
Thank you.
I gotta wake up and go somewhere I don't want to go. I gotta make these payments. I'm already a prisoner. You know, but more importantly, I'm a prisoner of both.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't have the freedom to travel.
Right.
You gotta, no, I'm not saying run a red light, but you gotta stop at a red light, follow this line, go at this speed limit, turn here, park there, move this, and then they give you a test if you don't fucking K-turn the way they say K-turn, even though the street's fucked up and you gotta turn this way, up, failed.
Right.
So what are you talking about?
If we were free, I should be able to, you know, now of course we don't steal, but you know, if we were free, if I was thirsty or hungry, can I go inside a fucking grocery store and grab a bottle of water, which is natural, or a little piece of apple and walk out with it?
Fuck no.
Come on, man. Like, hey, sir, stop. You gotta pay for that first.
Man,
We're not free here.
If we were free, we would have our own land, our own fruit trees, you know, different animals, cattle. You know, we would have our own food. We would have to go to Esau's fucking markets to get food.
Yeah,
that we don't know what's in it.
Well, the real freedom came during slavery because they had the freedom. That's what, you know why they call it a plantation? Because a plantation is a land that produces crops that the residents give servitude to. So there will be plantations in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah,
so we're supposed to be able to have our own plantations.
That's right.
But the elites took that over with the Emancipation Proclamation and went from personal owned to state owned. You are state property.
So called 40 acres in a mule.
When you go from here with your New York license and you go to California, we can't accept that. You need a California license. Yep. So you are property of New York State. See? So you're a prison house. Each state's a prison.
Yep.
And each city's a prison. So stop that shit. You know?
Yeah,
that's a real like generic breakdown. Because you really don't understand America.
Right.
If we were unwise and started yelling and rah, the police would come right here. But I'm supposed to be free.
Yeah.
I have the amendment right to freedom of speech. Nope, sir, you're causing a public disturbance. You're not free here.
We're living in the fucking house of the thief.
Thank you.
We were schooling, man.
And he got rules.
Come on, man.
We need salvation.
Come on, deliverance is on the way, man.
Hey,
right?
Keep going on this topic. You could have a woman and you correct her, and someone could call the police, and now they're asking